it's spring, it's time to be on the lookout for ticks that may be infected with Lyme, a condition that can cause serious health problems in people and pets. So we have David Macchia here, and he's on the front lines fighting the dangerous ticks around Massachusetts. He's with the Mosquito Squad of Chelmsford. So an interesting little statistic that I want to read here. Lyme disease is more common than people think. There's about 30,000 reported cases of Lyme each year, but health officials estimate it's more like 300,000 cases of Lyme disease because so many go unreported. Now, does that sound high to you, or does that surprise you at all?
Well, no, it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, those numbers are fairly typical. And then also when you take into consideration the fact that the bulk of those reports are centered in the Northeast, everyone in Massachusetts really should be concerned.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Actually, before this I was in Florida and I brought up Lyme disease and everyone's like, what are you talking about? So, I mean, it certainly is something to be concerned about here. So a recent study found that smaller forest areas actually have a higher, I guess you could say, ratio of ticks than maybe larger forested areas. Why is that?
Well, that's because of the lack of natural predators of the whitefoot mouse. And the white-footed mouse is a known carrier of the Lyme disease virus, and that's one of the first blood meals for the larva tick.
Oh geez, okay, so there's, I mean, a couple things to note there. The fact that it's not just deer that transport the deer ticks, but I guess the mice as well.
Yes.
Oh, hate hearing that. All right, so classic symptoms we know about Lyme disease, that bullseye kind of rash. We know that the high fever, the aches. Health officials say that you should always check for ticks after being outside, and I know that you would completely 100% agree with that.
Yes, that's correct.
So any tips that you have for checking yourself?
Well, I think you should check yourself whenever you go outdoors, and not only yourself, but your family and pets. Also, we recommend to clear out areas. Reduce your tick exposure by clearing out areas where lawn and tree debris gather. Ticks do thrive in moist and shady areas, and tend to die in sunny and dry areas.
Okay, so these are tips then that you can do to actually like prevent the ticks from from being around your property, maybe where the kids are going to be playing. So continue, please. I mean, any information you can give us about keeping our property safer.
The next thing you want to keep in mind is you want to keep your yard clean of yard debris and leaf litter.
Okay.
These are areas where the ticks are going to want to establish the population.
So all that mess that's out there from the fall and stuff, all that dead shrubbery around my house, that's the stuff that I really got to get out there.
Right, and your annual cleanup, your spring cleanup is a good time to remove all those items and keep them from your property.
Okay, and now there's certain things that you would probably recommend, either planting to what, steer the deer away?
Right.
Is that what the goal is?
Yeah, you want to try to select plants that are not attractive to deer, and when you have an increase in deer activity, you're also going to have an increase in tick population.
Okay, thus the deer-resistant plants that are being advertised out there.
That's right.
Okay, so what is it that you guys actually come in and do? Are you actually treating the property with chemicals? How do you prevent the ticks?
We do. We perform a barrier spray on the perimeter of the property. We're going to treat all the standing vegetation where the ticks are going to feed, breed, and harbor. We're also going to treat the ornamentals on the interior of the property. And effectively, we're going to eliminate about 90 to 95% of the ticks on the property. And we have different programs available for our customers, anywhere from a single treatment right down to a seasonal control program.
Now, are all of these treatments safe for pets and children as well?
They are. All those treatments we have are safe for pets. They're environmentally friendly as well.
Okay, now the treatments that you guys come and do, is that like a one and done? You come and do it in the spring and you're good all season long?
Well, one treatment will go a long way in eliminating the tick population, and that will reduce your chances of getting Lyme disease. But we do recommend a seasonal program where we come in on a schedule, and once we come in, we're going to prevent the ticks from reestablishing on your property with our repeat follow-ups.
All right, so obviously that in combination with planting some good plants out there are going to be your best line of defense.
That's
all right, David Macchia, thank you so much for coming out there, and hopefully